My name is Saira Mohamed, and I'm a professor of law at the University of California, Berkeley, and I'm the Anna Maria Kellen Fellow at the Academy this term. I work at the intersections of the law of war, international criminal law, and international human rights law, and I focus in my research on the commission of wrongdoing in collective settings, especially armed conflict and mass atrocity crimes. In my project that I'm working on at the Academy, I am looking at how the law regulates a state's treatment of its own military service members. The law of war and international criminal law primarily address how a state treats civilians and how a state treats adversary combatants, but the law has very little to say about how a state treats its own service members. We all know this term cannon fodder, the idea that soldiers are mere resources to be used up by the state however the state pleases. So my project is to examine the many instantiations in the law of this cannon fodder dynamic, from the law of conscription to the law that governs illegal orders to the law that governs what happens to service members when they sustain injuries in the context of military service. In the international human rights law, there's been a continued idea of military service members primarily as rights violators, not as rights holders. So I'm seeking to understand why this is, to challenge this conception, and really to come up with the tools that we can use to understand military service members as individuals with rights that can be seen and recognized and even protected by governments.